Good evening and welcome back to Beyond Cloudbase. My name is Gustav. I'm a paraglider pilot, hoping to soon become a fixed-wing pilot. And today I want to record a video about the different types of pilot certificates that you can get and what I'm thinking about getting. If you're in a situation like me that you need to choose from these, I hope you will find this video interesting. So here in Denmark and in most parts of Europe, there are three types of certificates that you can get if you want to fly recreationally on a small aircraft. First is the ultralight certificate or the UL certificate. The second one is called the LAPL, the light aircraft pilot license. And then the highest one, and for the beginner, is the private pilot license, the PPL. First of all, let's look at what these licenses can do. First of all, the ultralight pilot license is a national thing, therefore it changes within Europe country by country. Every country has its own legislation and its own set of privileges that this license enables you to use. But generally speaking, it's for aircrafts that are under 450 kilograms maximum takeoff weight, which is about to be extended to 600 kilograms. But generally, these are low and slow light aircrafts. You are allowed to carry 2 people on board, that's 1 pilot and 1 passenger. With the UL certificate, you are allowed to do daytime VFR only. Now, this could be just enough if all you want to do is spend some time in the air and fly recreationally, low and slow during daytime and not go to some foreign countries. The LAPL, however, will enable you to carry maximum 4 people on board, that's 1 pilot and 3 passengers, with a maximum takeoff weight of no more than 2,000 kilograms. With this license, you can get a certification for nighttime VFR and aerobatics as well. So this will broaden your horizon quite significantly. As you see, most popular aircraft types fall into that category. So this will enable you to fly Cessna 152, 172, Piper Cherokee, Piper Warrior, even the Cirrus SR-22 would fall into that category. The LAPL is, however, a European thing. So if you get an EASA LAPL license in any of the European member states, this will be recognized all across the European Union. The highest of the 3 licenses, the PPL, the private pilot license, is a standard set out by the international organization called ICAO. Therefore, it is recognized all over the world, worldwide, in every country. The limitations of the PPL are 5,750 kilograms, which is a very big aircraft, and a total of 19 passengers that you can carry, which is more or less the equivalent of driving a bus in the air. With the PPL, you can get added certifications for nighttime VFR, aerobatics, multi-engine, or even an instrument rating. In other words, if it is your plan to fly in IMC in instrument conditions, then you need to eventually get the PPL license. What are the costs of getting these trainings? Now, first of all, the UL license can be acquired with 20 hours of flying time and a cost of around 5,000 euros. This makes it the cheapest out of the 3 licenses. The LAPL license, on the other hand, requires 30 hours of flight time and costs somewhere between 5,000 to 13,000 euros, depending on which country you are acquiring it. The PPL is the most expensive of the 3. Obviously, this would cost you somewhere between 10,000 to 20,000 euros, depending on the country. What is the cross-trainability between these licenses? In other words, if you get one license, how easy it is to acquire another? It is also worth mentioning that in order to fly an aircraft which is registered as an ultralight aircraft, you need an ultralight license. It doesn't work with an LAPL license, even though it would fit the weight category. Now, the most translatable of the 3 is the LAPL. At least here in Denmark, you can get an ultralight license by 5 hours of retraining from your LAPL. And you can even get trained to do your PPL by just flying the differential hours between the two licenses. So from the LAPL to the PPL, you fly 15 hours, which will include, of course, the necessary tasks within that. But with 15 hours, you can turn your LAPL into a PPL. The PPL, of course, can also be retrained into an ultralight license. How it doesn't work, however, is you cannot take an ultralight license and use your hours and train to an LAPL or a PPL. That just doesn't work that way, at least not here in Denmark. As for the medical and theory, you need to pass the same theory course in order to get any of these licenses. It's the same PPL theory course, which consists of 9 topics. For each topic, you need to have a certain percentage. You need to pass all of those topics in order to be in the air. It doesn't matter what you're flying, you're still sharing the airspace with other pilots, so you need to be on top of that. When it comes to medical, there's also very small differences. You will need to have a medical certificate that would certify that you are fit to fly. There are some differences between the PPL level and the normal Class 2 medical, but if you're fit to drive, you're most likely fit to fly an aircraft as well. In Europe, to the best of my knowledge, there is no license that you can get without passing a medical. So which one should you choose? In my opinion, it all comes down to your mission. What it is, what type of flying do you intend to do on a day in, day out basis that you can afford, that is in the area close to you and you would think is fun. Decide that and then choose your certificate accordingly, taking of course your budget into consideration. Now for me personally, I want to gain hours cheaply. So for the first couple of years, I will for sure be flying ultralight aircrafts. But in the long term, I do want to get instrument rated. So what I will do is I will get my LAPL first and then convert it into a ultralight license here in Denmark to use daily. And then when I save up some money, I will do my LAPL to PPL training shortly after. So again, my name is Gustav. I'm a paraglider pilot and aviation enthusiast. Thank you for joining Beyond Cloudbase. I hope you found this interesting and I see you in the next one.